I didn't do my run today yet. So.
Oh, no, I did half of it. Don't worry. It wasn't the full thing.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, like I told you, man, just I don't know. Speak to us like about your um, marathon that you did
Yeah.
recently. Um, like just talk on that a little bit and like who you ran for and all that stuff.
Yeah, so I just ran the Chevron Houston Marathon, which was the second time I've done.
I didn't do my run today yet. So. I didn't do my run today yet. So. Way to go. I didn't do my run today yet. So.
Oh, no, I did half of it. Don't worry. It wasn't the full.
I didn't do my run today yet. Run today yet. So.
Oh, no, I did.
I didn't do my run. I didn't do my run today yet. So.
Oh, no, I did half of it.
Way to go. I didn't do my run today yet.
Oh,
So.
no, I did half of it. Don't worry.
I didn't do my run today yet. So.
Oh, no, I did half of it. Don't worry. It wasn't the full thing.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I told you, man, I don't know. Speak to us like about your um, marathon that you did recently. Um, like just talk on. Way to go. I didn't do my run today yet.
Oh,
So.
no, I did half of it. It wasn't the full thing.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't do my run today yet. So.
Oh, no, I did. Don't worry. It wasn't.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know. Speak to us like about your um, marathon that you did recently. Like just talk on that a little bit and like who you ran for and all that stuff.
Yeah, so I just ran the Chevron Houston Marathon, which was the second time I've done the full marathon for this. It's the fifth or fourth year that I've been a part of like the 5K or the half marathon and the full.
Nice.
Um, so this year I ran for Team Catapult, and collected, donations and charities for them. Team Catapult, they're a local Houston organization that caters to helping athletes with disabilities.
All right.
They cater, they're heavily more catered towards helping blind athletes, run with guides through the marathons and go through trainings. They do weekly trainings. They're also very heavy. They have a camp once a year. I think it's twice a year, but they help athletes that have, lost limbs, legs, feet. And they help them like learn how to walk, right? So like even past just like, hey, we're not worried about a marathon. Let's make you understand that you can walk
Right.
again, or how do you get past those discomforts. So that the first time I ever saw them was the my first marathon. And I was just like, I saw like an athlete running with the guide and the rope. I don't know if you've ever seen it before in your races, like a blind athlete. And I was just like, that is amazing, and I wanted to like learn more about it.
Right.
And then so this last year I just took the leap to just be like, hey, like let's raise money for this. Let's see how I can get involved. Because I just want to be able to give back towards anybody that I can, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, man. That's so cool. And like so fulfilling too,
Hmm.
right? Because I feel like kind of like my focus has shifted, um, from like running just for me to running for, you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
causes and stuff like that and different
Yeah.
things. So that must feel like really fulfilling to do that.
Yeah. And Team Catapult, I've seen just so many different, catapult athletes around, different races.
Hmm.
Um, one of what I thought was just the craziest one. It was a 100-mile race, and it was a blind athlete with his
Ooh,
guide. And it was like
crazy.
I had like just made the commitment to be like, hey, I'm gonna start raising money for Catapult. And then I was volunteering at this race at an aid station, and it was athlete and the guide, and I was just like, man, like it just at that point felt for a bigger cause.
Right. Yeah. So how do you like tell us how like say I don't know, man. Say that somebody's just like kind of that is their focus or it's kind of shifted a little bit for them. Like how do they get involved in that?
Yeah,
Like how do
so
they,
like
like
you're
what's
talking
the
like for
process
charity
look like?
bibs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with the charity bib, the races I've done it for, it's when you're going to register for the
Mhm.
race. And what is really awesome about charity bibs, one, you're helping others, but it allows people to get into races that maybe they can't qualify for. A lot of like the world majors as well
Right.
too.
Yeah.
London, New York, Boston, and so you go there, you pick a charity that you want to do. A lot of them, most of them, you can have your own charity and you're collecting for the charity that you want, and it goes towards donation, the different accesses for the race. But
Right.
then there are a lot of ones where you just pick the charity you want to choose from. They have lists of them. It's a very simple process, and I'm forgetting the name of the woman who helped me with that. She's a very
That's
big charity bib runner here on Instagram, but it was just that's what she does, and I was sitting here just trying to get, $500, and she regularly is raising $10,000, right?
right.
And with the charity bib, it's not about how much money you're raising,
Right.
but it really is just, getting out there and finding people and how are they being successful, what routes are they going for,
Right.
because it adds a completely different stress on your training, you know, um, as far as like, oh, hey, how am I going to run this race, right? And logging the miles. And then you're like, okay, I have 60 days to find like $350,
Yeah.
right? And I can't just ask, my aunts, my uncles, my family anymore.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah.
yeah, it gets a little stressful in that regard. And then like, so I remember when I hit my goal, I was finally just like, wow, like I did it. And then it's a whole nother process. And like even picking up my bib at the race, like there was more access for athletes to do with charity bibs.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you were saying that, and I was thinking like sometimes, and I've even done this before too. It's like you look at the amount of money, you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
that you have to raise, and you're kind of like, dude, I don't know if I can do
Yeah.
that. You know
You
what I
like
mean?
sit there and you're like, okay, it's gonna be easy. I just do this, and then you get into the deadline, and you're like, oh, I am nowhere close to where I should be,
Right.
and you
But you're
just
saying like connected with the right people, it's easier than like what you would think.
yeah, correct, absolutely, yeah. It just you just bring it up in conversations, talking, and just working with different businesses, and like outside of like you don't even need social media, right? You can go find businesses, especially like connecting with whatever community that you're in, your work,
Right.
if you're in a run group, anything like that, you can find different ways to collect those funds, and it's really fulfilling.
Nice, man. That sounds awesome.
Mhm.
So I had kind of like messaged you like some questions and stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna kind of do this with every. I hope to. I didn't know if you knew this, and I didn't tell you this, but
Oh,
you were my very first person that
okay.
I ever did like a doing work for, like that
Yeah.
I was like, because I had noticed you and that's like you inspired me and motivated me, and I was like, dude, that dude is like killing
Thank
it.
you.
You know what I mean? So
I
yeah,
really appreciate
so
it.
so that's pretty cool. Um, but I wanted to kind of ask you, like, what I don't know, man. What inspires you? Like, what motivates you, like, on your journey?
A big thing for my motivation is just being able to say that I did it, right? And just having that end goal, and like you set your goal, and then you just go after it, and you do it. All before this, years ago, I was a collegiate athlete. I played soccer, college, semi-pro.
Right.
Um, and when I no longer could play anymore, I had a lot of concussions, had to stop playing. I lost that sense of like just being an athlete. And I put all of my focus into my work. I just went right out of college, just started working, and I lost all sense of ever being an athlete. So I picked something that was hard for me, which always was running. Like I played soccer, yes, but I was a goalie, so I mean I didn't run. And
Right.
so I was just like, all right, let's start running. With my job, I travel a lot, so I can just go anywhere. And it was really just the before I ever met you, I did 12 months of just finding a race every month and just like committing to that goal, and getting better.
Right.
And the
Yeah.
5Ks turned to 10Ks, 10Ks to half marathons, and then the half to full. So I did that all in a year, and then really just started keep pushing myself. So now it's just the motivation comes from not going back to that stagnant state that I was once in,
Right.
where it's like I mean I was fine, but like it wasn't there wasn't a longevity in it that I enjoyed.
Well, and I feel like I don't know if you feel this way too, but I felt this way. I feel like there's like a better me in there.
Oh,
You know what
there
I mean? Like
absolutely
I
is.
could go back to like being the me I was before running, but it's like that's not the best me.
No,
You know,
it's
not
not.
the
It's
best
not the
version.
best of me at all.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was it, it's just really it's like you find out so much about yourself and like just even that those first few runs and like the first time you can start like you say, hey, I can now run a mile, right? Like, oh,
Right.
I can go a 5K nonstop. Oh, and you just keep pushing yourself and you found these new boundaries and like every time you go there, you like dig deeper into your mind,
Mhm.
right? When you're on those
Mhm.
runs and just like
Yeah.
your long runs just turn into like fun conversations. Are what are you listening to? Music, books, podcast, and like you're just able to think differently. And the further you push yourself and the harder you push yourself, it's everything just becomes easier on the front end. Except for it's always hard to push yourself out the door. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. That
just
is
like
the
not,
hardest part sometimes, but
yeah.
yes.
And it's not, it's just, you don't want to, now at that point, I just don't want to lose that.
Yeah, I get that. Um, well, cool. So what do you, um, I don't know, and this is kind of you kind of already answered this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. But
No,
like,
absolutely.
what do you, what do you enjoy the most about like this journey that you're on, and what do you dislike the most? And let me preface this by saying, like, I don't know, we see, especially like on Instagram and different social media
Hmm.
like outlets, we see like the people's like their best,
Yeah.
like they're not going to put themselves
I don't know.
struggling so much
Yeah.
during a run. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna like when they're done with the run, they're gonna take a look at what they recorded or what videos they did, and they're gonna put like the
Yeah.
highlights. So what do you enjoy the most, but also like what do you not enjoy, and what do you maybe
Yeah.
like
I think
struggle with
it's,
the most, you know?
it's a little bit of both the same answer, right? And
Yeah.
it's for me, one of the things I love the most is like, right, the races, like finding a race to train for yourself and keep pushing yourself. Um, but also what I dislike is like, you don't have to have a race to just go push yourself. And, uh, so that's where it's one of those things where it's both of those, and that's where with what I try to put out there for people is I don't know if you ever noticed I never talk about how far I'm running. I never talk about how fast I'm running.
Right. Yeah.
I purposely do that because there's so many people doing that. There's like there's only I love David Goggins, but there's only one David Goggins,
Right.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone else were copying, and then that's the thing is like it's more of just trying to have an outlet for what I'm trying to do, and what I like doing is like giving somebody an outlet of like, oh hey, he's running again. Like, oh, like he's having this conversation with us and he's running. And I just talk about the things that I'm thinking of. And I get wrapped up in like wanting to go faster, wanting to go further,
Yeah.
stacking a race on top of another. Like, even right now, I just finished a marathon and I'm now training for a half Ironman. Like, that within 100 days of each other, I'm not giving each race its best outcome.
Right.
Um, and it gets expensive that way. So I love doing it, don't get me wrong, but also at the same time, it's just like, hey, like I have to watch out for myself because that is how I got started, to create that um, sense of drive to continue to come out and enjoy month to month. I signed up for a race every month, but then it got to a point where it's like you're only looking for the itch of the race, right?
Right.
And then and so I really try to hold back on myself and just be like, so like even after the Ironman, like I'm just gonna give myself a full month of like don't look at races, just chill out for a minute and just enjoy
Right.
myself because I mean that is how you get hurt eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And kudos to you, man. I noticed that too from the very beginning. Like, there's something to be said about like, like doing it and having that mindset and focusing on that rather than like always putting your times and always putting like, because I don't know, you never know. Like somebody might just be starting out their journey,
Hmm.
and this kind of goes into the last question, but somebody just might be starting out and they're like, oh man, I can't, you know, like the comparison game is too strong
Hmm.
sometimes to like avoid, so it's nice to see somebody that, doesn't put times and doesn't,
Yeah.
like just get out there and do it. Like just, it's fine.
And
You
that's
know what I
what
mean?
like
Like whatever time you do, it's fine. Like you're out there
yeah.
doing it.
That's what like I have like really good friends and like the what really pushed me on like not posting my times and my distances. Um there's another friend I did a live with about a year or so ago. She's a yoga teacher
Oh, I think I
and
saw that one. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and I just this was like a private conversation we're having and I was just like I don't like I'm scared to post my miles and times because I felt slow. I felt like I wasn't putting out enough work to enable somebody to watch.
Right.
And she's like, "Well, you never know what somebody's watching, so just don't post. Like, just don't post about that."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay." And then just talking with my wife, like she gave me the idea of like just the constant loops of that. So it was just more of like conversation. But then the comparison thing, like you're saying, like so I have a lot of friends that are very fast. And that like like 6 minute miles, for marathons. And like that's not something I'm even sniffing. But then they look at like, oh, I did a 100-mile race with a 30-pound ruck. They're like, I could never do that. Well, I know in the back of my head, I walked a lot of that race.
Right.
But it, everyone has something different they bring to the table and you have to find that within yourself, to really push yourself further. Because if you're only pushing because somebody else, if you're watching what somebody else is doing and, you always just want to be better than them, you're never going to exceed that journey of you're just going to keep going to what they're doing. You might beat them for a second, but then you could be focusing on what their last race time was. Meanwhile, they're training for something completely different. So the race is against yourself,
Right.
and you're just constantly pushing and making yourself better because, I mean, even this last race, the marathon, my first marathon, I did 6 hours, 38 minutes. Um, this one I did 6 hours and 7 minutes. My goal was 5 hours and 50 minutes, but I mean that was gonna be 45-minute time
Right.
difference. So I knew like even if hey I hit this I didn't get under 6 hours, but I still had 31-minute time difference, which huge improvement. So just being happy with myself there, and not being so stuck on oh I have to like hit this time,
Yeah.
you know and
Exactly.
yeah, just finding what I was looking
Yeah.
for.
That's awesome, man. Well, you kind of answered the last question a little bit, but like, what else? Do you have anything to add? Like, what else would you say to somebody that's like just starting out, or like thinking about starting, or like, you know what I'm saying, like having
Yeah,
trouble like getting out the door, like we said before? Like, what would you say to them to like
somebody,
motivate them?
if you're struggling and you don't know how to just start and don't worry about it. Yeah, start and don't worry about it. That's what you need to do because like
Just start and
just
don't worry.
start.
No worries.
If if you're worried about your time, like if you're going off of a watch, start it as a run. If you walk it, don't pause it, just keep going with it. Because say you record a 20-minute mile because you're walking, and the next time you go, okay, you're gonna have improvement because now you're not walking, you're adding more. And if all you can do is walk, don't be afraid to just start. Doesn't matter where you are, no one really cares, right?
Right.
No one really cares.
Exactly.
If somebody is paying attention to you, they're only paying attention to you for a few seconds.
Yeah. I think that's the whole thing. Like even like going to the gym or something like that. Like
Yeah.
I hear a lot that people's like hang up is like, oh, people are watching me, people are doing this, people, like, and people, like just don't worry about it. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like just go. Like if they're watching you, that's weird.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I mean, a lot of times they're not watching you. So it's the same thing with running. Like people aren't watching to
No
see.
one, no one's watching you. No one cares.
Yeah.
If your goal is to go finish a race, everyone that sees you with your medal is proud of you.
Right.
Every single person. Like nobody is saying like, oh, like if they say anything that's not positive, they are jealous of you.
Right.
And trust me, I have those people. Have people that make fun of my times. I have, but they've never experienced, the race. They can't even say like, oh, I've ran this race. It's like, okay, well, like let's you're not on my radar of people who
Right.
like
Yeah.
care for your opinion,
Right. Exactly.
so just the advice is just start and just keep going, one day at a time, one foot at a time. The shortcut is the long way. Or the shortcut's the right way. That's the other way to say it.
However, it's fine. They got it.
Yeah, so just don't worry about it. Just go on.
Right. So what's next for you? Just real quick, what's next for you? Like the Ironman stuff
Yeah.
you said?
So I have the
Crazy.
Ironman. I have the Ironman in April. So half Ironman 70.3 Texas, April 6th. I got that going. There's possibly some 5Ks. I might be doing like my running journey for the Ironman is a lot more speed training.
Mm-hmm.
So I might be doing just like a series on getting my fastest 5K. It's funny is I'm trying to work on how would I do that without like still holding on to like my brand of like not posting my times.
Right.
You know? So I'm hung up on that. I don't know if I'll do that privately and just be like, wow, I hit a PR. Or if I'm gonna try to go on that journey without. But yeah, so the biggest thing though, main goal, April, Ironman 70.3. And then I will probably do 100-mile in December.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, we could literally have a whole conversation about that. Like, I'm so like, I don't see how y'all do that, but
It's different. It's
I haven't crossed over into the ultra marathon. I'm begging my wife right now, or I have been, to just let me do another marathon or a 10K
yeah.
this year. So
Yeah, no, I will say, especially if like it's an ultra, like a trail ultra, just the different compound of not running on cement
right.
is completely different on your feet,
Yeah.
but a lot better. I will say there's a lot more swelling when you go above that like 100K mark. So after 60 miles, your feet, you have to size up in your shoe. It really changes.
Toenails.
Toenails they
Toenails.
disappear. Yeah, it's different, but yeah. So my main goal with that is there's 100K in Zion National Park that I want to do. That's in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Me and a buddy want to do. We want to do that or the rim to rim to rim. So after Ironman, I really need to like ramp up distance again. So it's just really just trying, different things out
Right.
and just seeing what's out there. But the main focus right now is Ironman for sure.
Yeah. Sweet, man. Awesome. Well, hey, I won't take up too much more of your time. today, but it's been awesome, man.
Yeah.
I feel like I kind of know you this is our first conversation that we've had like this,
Yeah,
but I just
exactly.
feel like I know you
Same. No,
through like messages and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool.
yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate all that you've done, honestly, with everything.
Oh,
You really are like a motivating, force, and just the way you go about it. Like with this, the all your different series on just like it helping, like pushing people out there, and which is really great is, especially I'd say we're on the like lower tier of running influencers, right?
right.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
having that sense of community out there helping, it's very beneficial.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that a lot.
absolutely.
And
Thank you.
all right, man. Well, take care, and we'll see you soon. All
Absolutely.
right. Have a
Have a
good
good
one, man.
one.
Yeah. You too.